I'd worked enough in television to realize it had become a job for some people, including me, and so it was really important to me and Randall at the outset of the show to come up with things that make people hang out and enjoy each other's company in the first one. So on Fridays we came up with a Scrubs Factor.
Scrubs Factor came out of one night we were shooting in the bar and they had a big jar of pig's knuckles and everyone just thought they were disgusting and Bill Lawrence, I think, offered Scott Harris, who's the second, who's now the second, I think $100 a knuckle.
Eating as many as you could in 2 minutes was worth a certain amount of money. And the most disgusting thing I ever saw in my life.
And Scotty ate, I think, 6, 7 pig's knuckles.
It was great. I've grown up eating pig's feet all my life, so it's a delicacy in the black community.
They parlayed that into a competition amongst other people to eat things. It was mostly eating things. It was things that were disgusting for money.
In a way, it was sort of a incentive, not that we needed it to get out, you know, to get done earlier, but just so that at the end of the day, people just didn't drag themselves out of here. The night ended on an up note.
Neil Flynn, the janitor, and another guy shot a fantasy sitting around in a tub of egg salad. Eating the egg salad was worth a certain amount of money.
Mr. Spud.
Oh, it was disgusting.
It's a comedy, and you should have fun when you're filming, and I think this group does.
After 2 or 3 weeks of the eggs they didn't use for the egg salad sitting out, we did an egg toss into pants. So you had to pull your pants out, and the guys, you had to have a partner, and he was throwing like an egg toss, and it was how many eggs went into your pants. Well, I think the electricians won because he took the whole flat of like 24 eggs and just threw them at the guy, and he had his pants, and most of them went in. It was pretty good.
One episode, there's a co-ed locker room, and Elliot feels like she's stripping in front of the guys, so they cut to this fantasy where I'm, in a full burlesque stripper outfit and doing a strip show for all of the guys in the locker room. So my first Scrubs Factor was on this burlesque day, and Bill Lawrence said, Scrubs Factor, go to Starbucks in that outfit. And so it was noon, and there was a lineup about 20 minutes long in Starbucks, so there I was in my fishnets waiting, but I held out because I needed to have my decaf soy latte, extra hot, extra foamy with gingerbread flavoring.
We offered some guy a couple $100 to if we could draw on his face with magic markers, but he had to come back Monday having worn it all weekend, and we knew he was going to go out to dinner with his wife.
One of the bets was like $1,000 for anybody who spends an hour in morgue box.
Morgue is just nasty, and it's a real morgue, with morgue drawers that pull out of the wall, and I offered $1,000 for somebody to be closed up in a morgue drawer for a couple hours.
That's the one that anyone has yet to do, and if you go down to that morgue and look inside that drawer, you'll know why.
I could have done it. It would have been quiet. I mean, for an AD, it would have been quiet for an hour, so I could have handled that. So that's no big deal. So if it's still on, then I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
There was one where they put Tabasco sauce on my sweaty foot.
Had he washed his toe before?
No, I think that was a 14-hour toe.
I didn't stand watch. It was honestly, there's no amount of money that should have been worth to anybody.
Please, who's ever cutting this, insert a picture of Franklin right now.
All right.
Now, what would you do to lick Tabasco off this man's toes? It has to be a lot of money.
And what did you win? I think it was $80.
Ugh, it was so nasty.
It was a sad day in that person's existence.
I never swallowed.
One episode, Turk and JD had pudding in the trunk of their car, and so we had probably 3,000 little pudding cups. The fear factor that evening was who could consume the most pudding cups in, I believe it was a minute.
I did one with Franklin where it was how many cups of mayonnaise can you eat?
I think I ate a cup of mayonnaise, and Richard ate 2 cups. Richard actually beat me in the mayonnaise eating contest. It's gross.
Which I think I'm still getting over.
It only lasted about 1 season because we got stopped. I think we ran out of stupid things to ask people to do.